Our mind is an extraordinary tool, capable of shaping the course of our lives. Yet many of us don't realize just how much control we have over it. To truly master your life, you first need to recognize that your thoughts dictate your actions and ultimately your destiny. When you become aware of the constant chatter in your mind, you unlock the potential to direct that energy towards your goals, not just be a passive observer of your thoughts. The key to controlling your mind lies in awareness. You must consciously acknowledge your thoughts, and in doing so, begin to take charge of them. Thoughts don't just appear without reason. They are influenced by your beliefs, experiences, and emotions. By becoming aware of how these thoughts arise, you can start to shift them in a positive direction. Mindfulness, meditation, and self-reflection are tools that allow us to step outside our habitual thought patterns and see things from a different perspective. Discipline plays an undeniable role in gaining control over your mind. It's not about suppressing your thoughts, but guiding them. By dedicating yourself to daily practices that promote mental strength, such as meditation, positive affirmations, and journaling, you begin to train your mind to focus on what matters most. Through consistent effort, you start to build a mental environment where clarity, peace, and focus thrive. Negative thoughts can be powerful obstacles, but they can also be dismantled. Once you acknowledge a limiting belief or negative pattern, you can begin to challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it serving me? By consciously rejecting those thoughts that no longer serve you, you make space for growth and positivity. Focus is one of the most crucial aspects of mental control. We live in a world full of distractions, and our minds are often scattered. Yet the ability to focus intently on one task at a time is where true productivity and success begin. By training your mind to center itself, you will find that distractions no longer have the power to derail your progress. Emotional control is just as vital. Our emotions often stem from our thoughts, and when we react without awareness, we give away our power. Learning to pause, breathe, and assess the situation before reacting allows you to respond thoughtfully instead of impulsively. Emotional intelligence enables you to maintain composure even in challenging circumstances. Mastering the present moment is a crucial step in controlling your mind. Too often we allow ourselves to dwell on the past or worry about the future. The truth is, the only moment we can control is now. By practicing mindfulness and staying present, you can stop your mind from wandering and instead channel your energy into actions that move you forward. Building mental resilience is the final piece of the puzzle. Life is full of challenges, but a resilient mind views setbacks as opportunities for growth. Embrace failures, learn from them, and use them to fuel your next steps. A resilient mind remains steadfast, unwavering, and committed to its path, no matter the obstacles. The power of the mind is far greater than most people realize. It's not just a passive observer of the world around you, it actively shapes your reality. Everything you do, think, or feel is influenced by the state of your mind. Your actions are the direct result of the thoughts you entertain, and these thoughts often dictate the emotions you experience. The mind has the ability to create entire worlds through imagination and to find solutions to problems through logic and creativity, but it also has the power to limit you if you let it. In many ways, your mind can be both your greatest ally and your most significant obstacle. Recognizing this power is the first step toward mastering it. Understanding that the mind is not an uncontrollable force, but a powerful tool, you can begin to influence and direct it toward positive outcomes. When you recognize the incredible power of your mind, you begin to understand just how much it influences the course of your life. Your mind is always at work, even when you're not consciously aware of it. The thoughts you think on a daily basis shape your reality. If you constantly think negatively or doubt yourself, you start to see the world in a way that reinforces those thoughts. On the other hand, if you choose to think positively and believe in your own potential, Your mind will help you find opportunities and solutions that align with those beliefs. This awareness gives you the ability to reframe your mindset and start taking control of the direction in which your life is heading. It is important to recognize that the mind's influence isn't just limited to thoughts. It extends to your emotions as well. Emotions are often a reflection of your mental state, and by changing the way you think, you can change how you feel. One of the most important aspects of understanding the mind is realizing that it's malleable and trainable. Your mind isn't fixed in place. It has the capacity to grow, evolve, and adapt. This means that even if you've been conditioned to think in certain ways or have developed negative patterns of thought, you can retrain your mind. It starts with awareness. If you're not aware of the thoughts running through your head, it becomes easy to be swept away by them, believing that you are a passive observer. But by paying attention to your thoughts, you can begin to take the necessary steps to shift them in a more empowering direction. This recognition of your mind's power gives you the ability to stop reacting to the world around you and start consciously creating your reality through your thoughts. Ultimately, the power of the mind is limitless. By embracing this power and realizing that your thoughts shape your world, you open yourself up to endless possibilities. Rather than being controlled by the mind, you can take control of it, choosing where to focus your attention and what beliefs to cultivate. In doing so, you not only change the way you experience life, but also unlock your full potential to achieve whatever you set your mind to. The first and most crucial step in learning to control your mind is to develop an awareness of the thoughts that are constantly running through it. Our thoughts are the foundation upon which everything in our lives is built. Our actions, our reactions, and even our emotions. However, many people go through their lives without ever truly pausing to examine the thoughts that dominate their minds. We are often swept up in the flow of our thoughts, allowing them to guide us unconsciously. This lack of awareness can lead to unhealthy patterns, negative thinking, and even self-sabotage. But the moment you become aware of the thoughts you are having, you begin to realize that you have the power to choose which thoughts you allow to take up space in your mind. Awareness gives you the ability to step outside of automatic thinking patterns and choose how you want to respond to the world around you. At any given moment, your mind is filled with an endless stream of thoughts, many of which are repeated daily. Some thoughts are positive and empowering, while others may be negative and limiting. For example, you may have thoughts like, I am capable of achieving my dreams, or I'm not good enough to succeed. These thoughts shape the actions you take and influence the emotions you feel. If you allow negative or self-limiting thoughts to dominate your mind, they will affect the way you view the world and your place within it. On the other hand, by practicing mindfulness and becoming more aware of your thoughts, you create the opportunity to challenge these negative patterns and replace them with thoughts that support your growth and potential. When you become conscious of your thinking, you realize that you are not defined by any single thought. Thoughts are simply temporary mental events that can be changed with intention. Developing awareness of your thoughts also allows you to recognize the subtle ways in which your mind can lead you astray. Sometimes, our minds convince us of things that aren't true, such as fearing failure before even trying, or believing that we are unworthy of success. These limiting beliefs are often based on past experiences, social conditioning, or fears that we haven't fully processed. When you are aware of these thoughts, you can challenge them directly. You can ask yourself if these beliefs are actually serving you or if they are holding you back. With practice, you can replace negative, disempowering thoughts with those that affirm your strengths, abilities, and potential for success. This awareness allows you to regain control of your mind rather than allowing it to control you. Being aware of your thoughts also helps you avoid getting lost in mental distractions or becoming overwhelmed by worries. Our minds are constantly jumping from one thought to the next, creating a chaotic mental environment that can make it difficult to focus or feel at peace. However, by bringing awareness to your thoughts, you can begin to notice when your mind is becoming distracted or overwhelmed. This awareness provides you with a space to refocus and return to the present moment. By practicing mindfulness, you create a mental discipline that helps you maintain control over your thoughts, even in times of stress or uncertainty. This skill of awareness doesn't just help you manage negative thoughts. It also strengthens your ability to focus on the things that truly matter to you, helping you stay aligned with your goals and intentions. In essence, awareness of your thoughts is the gateway to mastering your mind. It's the point at which you begin to realize that you are not your thoughts, you are the observer of them. This shift in perspective allows you to detach from harmful thought patterns and start taking proactive steps towards shaping your mental landscape. The more you practice awareness, the more you gain control over the thoughts that shape your actions and emotions. By consistently checking in with yourself and cultivating mindfulness, you can begin to reprogram your mind, creating a life that aligns with your highest aspirations. Discipline is one of the most powerful tools you can cultivate to take control of your mind. Just like physical fitness, mental strength requires regular practice and consistency. If you want to gain mastery over your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you need to develop a disciplined approach to training your mind. This doesn't mean forcing yourself into rigid routines or practices, but rather committing to a set of activities that nurture your mental well-being and reinforce positive thought patterns. Discipline allows you to stay committed to the process of mental growth, even when distractions arise or when you feel tempted to slip into old habits. Through disciplined practice, you can create lasting change in how you think, feel, and behave. One of the most effective ways to cultivate discipline in your mind is by incorporating daily practices like meditation, mindfulness, and positive affirmations. Meditation, for example, helps to calm the mind and improve focus. It trains you to detach from the constant stream of thoughts that can overwhelm your mental space. With regular practice, meditation allows you to observe your thoughts without being swept away by them, and it helps to build the muscle of concentration. Over time, this discipline not only reduces stress, but also enhances your ability to focus and make more conscious decisions. Similarly, mindfulness, the practice of staying fully present in each moment, also helps you develop greater self-awareness and emotional control. Mindfulness gives you the ability to respond thoughtfully to situations rather than reacting impulsively, which is crucial for maintaining a sense of mental calm and clarity in the midst of life's challenges. Incorporating positive affirmations into your daily routine is another powerful tool for disciplining your mind. Positive affirmations are statements that reinforce your strengths, values, and goals. They help to counteract negative self-talk and replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. By consistently repeating affirmations, you train your mind to focus on what you want to believe about yourself and your capabilities, rather than allowing doubts or fears to take center stage. When you make a habit of affirming your self-worth and reinforcing a positive mindset, you create a mental environment that is more conducive to success and happiness. Discipline in using affirmations regularly can be transformative, as it gradually shifts your thought patterns from negativity to optimism. Additionally, cultivating mental clarity goes hand in hand with a focused mindset. Mental clarity means having a clean, undistracted mind that is free from the clutter of unnecessary thoughts and worries. When you are mentally clear, you can think more creatively, solve problems more effectively, and make decisions with greater confidence. Clarity allows you to see things as they truly are, without the interference of fear, doubt, or confusion. It allows you to approach challenges with a calm, rational perspective, making it easier to navigate difficult situations. To achieve this clarity, it's important to engage in practices that quiet the mind, such as meditation, journaling, or simply spending time alone in reflection. These practices help to clear away the mental clutter that can cloud your judgment and prevent you from focusing on what truly matters. Finally, maintaining focus and clarity requires discipline and consistency. It's not enough to focus on your goals sporadically or only when it's convenient. To truly harness the power of focus, you must make it a habit. This means consistently setting aside time for deep work, creating daily routines that support your objectives, and committing to your goals even when the path gets difficult. It's through this consistency that mental clarity and focus become ingrained habits that will serve you throughout your journey. The more you practice maintaining focus, the easier it becomes to ignore distractions and stay on course, no matter what life throws your way. In conclusion, focus and clarity are indispensable tools for personal success. When you can clearly define your goals, eliminate distractions, and stay mentally clear, you create an environment where meaningful progress is inevitable. The ability to focus your attention and maintain clarity of purpose allows you to move forward with confidence, achieve your dreams, and live a life that is aligned with your true potential. By practicing focus regularly and committing to the process, you unlock the power to create the life you desire, one step at a time. Emotional regulation is an essential skill for maintaining balance and well-being in our daily lives. Emotions are an inherent part of being human, and they can influence our behavior, decisions, and overall quality of life. However, while emotions are natural, they don't have to control us. The ability to regulate emotions allows us to navigate challenging situations with grace and clarity without being overwhelmed by them. Understanding that emotions are not inherently good or bad, but simply responses to stimuli is the first step toward emotional mastery. By becoming more aware of our emotional responses, we can learn to manage them effectively rather than letting them dictate our actions. Emotional regulation isn't about suppressing feelings, but about acknowledging and processing them in a way that allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. One of the key aspects of emotional regulation is developing emotional intelligence, which involves the ability to recognize, understand, and manage both our own emotions and the emotions of others. When you have high emotional intelligence, you're able to identify your emotional triggers and patterns and understand why you feel the way you do in different situations. For instance, if you find yourself frequently frustrated in stressful situations, emotional intelligence allows you to ask why that is happening, explore the underlying causes, and find ways to cope with that emotion in a constructive manner. This awareness is crucial because it gives you the tools to shift your emotional state before it escalates. Rather than allowing frustration or anger to take over, emotional intelligence helps you recognize these emotions early and choose a response that aligns with your values and goals. Understanding the connection between thoughts and emotions is also fundamental to emotional regulation. Our thoughts and emotions are intricately linked. Our thoughts often lead to certain emotions, and those emotions can, in turn, influence our thoughts. For example, if you have the thought, "I'm not good enough," this can trigger feelings of inadequacy or fear. Conversely, if you think, "I've faced challenges before and overcome them," you may feel more confident and empowered. By becoming aware of the relationship between thoughts and emotions, you gain the ability to change the way you feel by changing the way you think. Cognitive reframing, a technique where you shift negative thoughts to more positive or neutral ones, is a powerful tool in emotional regulation. It enables you to replace unhelpful or harmful thoughts with those that foster emotional resilience and mental clarity. The ability to regulate emotions also enhances your relationships with others. When you can manage your own emotional responses, you're less likely to lash out or react defensively when confronted with challenging or uncomfortable situations. Instead of reacting impulsively, you can pause, reflect, and choose how to respond in a way that is respectful, empathetic, and thoughtful. This creates space for healthier, more constructive conversations, as you're able to understand the perspectives and emotions of those around you without being swept up in your own emotional turmoil. Developing emotional regulation also enables you to be more compassionate, both toward yourself and others. When you can regulate your emotions, you're better equipped to extend kindness and understanding, even in difficult circumstances, which ultimately fosters stronger, more meaningful relationships. Another important aspect of emotional regulation is self-awareness. The more in tune you are with your emotions, the easier it is to recognize when something is off or when you need to adjust your mindset. By paying attention to how your body feels, whether you're tense, anxious, or calm, you can better understand the emotional states you're experiencing. This self-awareness gives you the opportunity to check in with yourself regularly and ask, why do I feel this way and what can I do to address it? For example, if you notice your stress levels rising, you might realize that you're overburdened with responsibilities or that you're not setting enough boundaries. With this awareness, you can take steps to address the root causes of your emotional state, whether it's through time management, seeking support, or simply taking a break to recharge. In addition to awareness, emotional regulation involves practical techniques for managing intense emotions. Deep breathing, meditation, physical activity, or journaling are all effective ways to calm the mind and reduce emotional intensity. These techniques allow you to create space between an emotional trigger and your reaction, helping you respond in a more controlled and thoughtful manner. For example, when you feel yourself becoming angry or frustrated, taking a few slow, deep breaths can signal to your brain that there's no immediate threat and that you don't need to react impulsively. This pause allows you to choose a more measured response rather than reacting based on emotion. The more you practice these strategies, the easier it becomes to regain control over your emotions in any situation. Emotional regulation also plays a significant role in building resilience. Life is filled with ups and downs, and being able to regulate your emotions in the face of adversity allows you to bounce back more quickly from setbacks. When you have the tools to manage your emotional responses, you're better able to maintain your focus, stay positive, and continue working toward your goals, even when faced with challenges. This emotional resilience is crucial for long-term success and well-being, as it enables you to persevere through difficult times without becoming overwhelmed by negative emotions. By cultivating emotional regulation, you develop the strength to weather life's storms with confidence and grace. Ultimately, emotional regulation is not about eliminating emotions, but about learning how to respond to them in a healthy and constructive way. It is about taking responsibility for your emotional state and recognizing that you have the power to choose how you react to any given situation. With emotional intelligence and self-awareness, you can transform your emotional responses, strengthen your relationships, and enhance your overall well-being. By practicing emotional regulation, you empower yourself to live more intentionally, make better decisions, and face life's challenges with a calm and centered mind. Mastering the present moment is one of the most powerful ways to take control of your mind and live a more fulfilling life. The mind is often caught in a constant cycle of thoughts about the past or the future. We spend so much time reflecting on past mistakes or worrying about what may come that we forget to be fully immersed in the present moment. The ability to control your mind starts with recognizing that the present moment is all we truly have. The past is gone and the future has yet to arrive, but the present is where we can take action, experience life, and make decisions that shape our future. By learning to focus on the here and now, we free ourselves from the weight of regret and anxiety, allowing ourselves to engage with life more fully and authentically. Being present requires awareness and mindfulness, two essential tools in mastering the present moment. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. When you are mindful, you become aware of the thoughts that enter your mind and recognize when your attention starts to drift. Rather than letting your mind wander aimlessly or dwell on distractions, Mindfulness helps you to gently guide your focus back to the task at hand. It's about embracing the present without clinging to past experiences or obsessing over future outcomes. The more you practice mindfulness, the more easily you can catch yourself when you slip into unhelpful thought patterns and bring your awareness back to the present where it belongs. Being present also means letting go of the mental clutter that fills our minds on a daily basis. Often, our minds are filled with endless lists, concerns, and distractions that prevent us from being truly engaged with the moment. To master the present, it's important to create space in your mind by letting go of unnecessary thoughts. This doesn't mean suppressing or ignoring your thoughts, but rather observing them without attachment. When you practice letting go of intrusive or distracting thoughts, you make room for clarity, focus, and peace. It's about acknowledging that not every thought requires your attention and that some thoughts are better left behind, especially if they take you away from where you are right now. By doing so, you can shift your mental energy to the things that truly matter in the present. Being fully present also enhances your ability to enjoy life's experiences. Often, we are so caught up in our thoughts that we fail to appreciate the richness of the present moment. Whether you're spending time with loved ones, working on a passion project, or simply enjoying a quiet moment of solitude, being present allows you to savor these experiences more deeply. But when you're fully engaged in the moment, you become more attuned to the sights, sounds, and feelings around you, making life more vibrant and meaningful. The act of focusing on the present moment also heightens your sense of gratitude as you begin to notice and appreciate the simple joys that you may have previously overlooked. Moreover, mastering the present moment leads to better decision making. When your mind is not preoccupied with past regrets or future worries, you are able to think more clearly and make decisions based on the reality of the present situation. This clarity allows you to respond to challenges with more wisdom and less impulsivity. It empowers you to act with intention rather than being driven by fear, anxiety, or impulsive reactions. When you are grounded in the present, you have the mental space to consider your options carefully and choose the path that aligns with your goals and values. In addition, living in the present moment is essential for emotional well-being. When we let our minds wander into the past or future, we often encounter negative emotions such as guilt, fear, or anxiety. By mastering the present moment, we break free from these emotional traps. We allow ourselves to experience emotions as they arise, without judgment or resistance. This gives us the opportunity to process our feelings and let them go, rather than holding onto them or allowing them to dictate our behavior. When we're fully present, we can experience emotions without being overwhelmed by them, leading to greater emotional resilience and mental stability. The practice of being present also cultivates a sense of inner peace. By focusing on the present, you move away from the chaos of overthinking, overanalyzing, and constant worry. The present moment is where peace resides, and by bringing yourself into it, you access that inner calm. This inner peace acts as a foundation, allowing you to face life's challenges with greater ease and composure. When you are truly present, you become more aligned with your inner self, which leads to greater self-acceptance, self-trust, and overall well-being. In conclusion, mastering the present moment is a powerful tool for controlling your mind and living a more peaceful, intentional life. When you focus on the present, you free yourself from the distractions of the past and future, allowing you to engage more deeply with life. Through mindfulness, letting go of unnecessary thoughts, and practicing presence in every aspect of your life, you can cultivate mental clarity, emotional balance, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. The present moment is a gift, and by learning to master it, you unlock the door to greater peace, joy, and personal growth. Building mental resilience is one of the most empowering ways to take control of your life and overcome obstacles. Life is filled with challenges, and it's inevitable that you will face difficulties along the way, whether they come in the form of personal setbacks, professional struggles, or unexpected events. These challenges can feel overwhelming if you allow them to. However, mental resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, maintain a positive outlook, and keep moving forward, no matter how hard things may seem. It's not about avoiding difficulties, but about cultivating the strength to navigate them with grace, determination, and confidence. By strengthening your mind, you can build the mental resilience necessary to handle life's inevitable setbacks and come out even stronger on the other side. One of the most important aspects of building mental resilience is learning how to embrace challenges rather than shy away from them. Challenges are an inherent part of personal growth and development. Without them, we would never be pushed beyond our comfort zones, and growth would become stagnant. The mindset you adopt in the face of challenges determines your ability to persevere. Instead of viewing obstacles as insurmountable barriers, see them as opportunities to learn, adapt, and improve. When you approach challenges with curiosity and a willingness to grow, you create a mental environment where resilience can flourish. Resilience is built when you choose to engage with the difficulties that come your way and find ways to move through them, rather than retreating in fear or frustration. Failures are also an essential part of building mental resilience. While failure can be painful and disheartening, it is often through failure that we gain the most valuable insights about ourselves and our journey. Instead of viewing failure as a reflection of your inadequacies, try to see it as a learning experience. Each failure teaches you something new, whether it's a lesson about your approach, your mindset, or your strategy. When you learn from failure, you shift your perspective from seeing setbacks as defeats to seeing them as stepping stones on the path to success. Mental resilience thrives when you have the ability to reflect on your mistakes, extract the lessons they offer, and use that knowledge to try again stronger and wiser than before. Persistence plays a key role in developing mental resilience. The road to success is rarely a straight line, and persistence is what keeps you moving forward when things don't go according to plan. Resilient people understand that success doesn't happen overnight, and they are willing to put in the hard work and dedication required to reach their goals. It's easy to become discouraged when faced with repeated setbacks or when things aren't progressing as quickly as you'd like. However, persistence is the ability to keep pushing forward even when progress feels slow or when the road ahead seems unclear. The more persistent you are, the more you develop the mental toughness needed to overcome obstacles and achieve your objectives. With persistence, you build the strength to keep going when others might give up. And this determination is key to developing resilience. Another critical component of mental resilience is having a strong sense of purpose and meaning in your life. When you have a clear vision of what you want to achieve, or a sense of purpose that drives you, you are much more likely to persist through challenges. A sense of purpose gives you the inner strength to push through difficult times because it reminds you why you're doing what you're doing. Whether it's your family, career, personal growth, or a passion project, knowing why you're working towards something gives you the resilience to keep going even when the going gets tough. This deeper sense of meaning acts as a guiding light during dark times, providing you with the motivation and focus needed to keep moving forward. Building resilience also requires self-compassion and patience. Resilient people are not immune to feelings of doubt, frustration, or fatigue, but they have learned to treat themselves with kindness when they experience these emotions. Rather than beating themselves up for not being perfect or for making mistakes, they acknowledge their feelings and allow themselves to take a step back when necessary. Practicing self-compassion helps you recover from setbacks more quickly and prevents you from spiraling into negativity. It's important to give yourself permission to not always have everything figured out, to make mistakes, and to take breaks when needed. Patience with yourself during tough times enables you to preserve your mental and emotional energy, making it easier to keep going in the long run. Resilience is also built through social connections and support. No one can build mental resilience in isolation. Surrounding yourself with a strong support system of family, friends, mentors, or colleagues can make all the difference when times get tough. These relationships offer encouragement, advice, and a sense of belonging, which are crucial when you're facing adversity. They remind you that you're not alone in your struggles and that it's okay to lean on others for support. When you allow yourself to ask for help or share your struggles with others, you release some of the weight you carry, which makes it easier to move forward with a clearer, more focused mind. Incorporating a growth mindset is an essential part of building mental resilience. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, dedication, and learning. People with a growth mindset view challenges as opportunities to improve rather than threats to their abilities. They embrace the idea that setbacks and failures are part of the learning process and that success comes through persistence and effort. By cultivating a growth mindset, you allow yourself the flexibility to adapt to challenges and to view them as opportunities for development rather than insurmountable obstacles. This mindset enables you to bounce back more quickly from adversity, knowing that each difficulty you face is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. In conclusion, building mental resilience is a process that requires time, effort, and intentionality. It is not about avoiding challenges or never failing, but rather about embracing difficulties as opportunities to learn, persist, and grow. With a mindset rooted in embracing challenges, learning from failures, practicing persistence, and nurturing self-compassion, you develop the strength needed to navigate life's ups and downs. By building mental resilience, you unlock the power within yourself to face any adversity with confidence, bounce back stronger, and continue moving forward with purpose.